Welcome to Interior Blueprint, your guide to modern minimalist design. Here, we explore clean lines, functional spaces, and timeless elegance. Whether you're redesigning or just love simplicity, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment to share your thoughts with us.
Minimalist garden design is all about stripping things down to their essentials. Simplicity and functionality take center stage. For tiny homes where every square inch counts, this approach is a perfect fit. It's not about cramming in as much as possible, but rather curating a space that feels open and useful. Imagine a garden that doesn't overwhelm you with maintenance or clutter, yet still offers a peaceful retreat. By focusing on clean, intentional choices, you can transform even the smallest patch of land into something beautiful and practical. It's less about excess and more about purpose, tailored to the tiny home lifestyle. When you're working with a tiny garden, the first step is mapping out a clear layout. Limited space demands thoughtful planning. Randomly tossing in plants or decor just won't work. Picture a grid in your mind. Where will the path go? Which corner gets the most sun? This blueprint becomes your guide, ensuring every element fits without crowding. A well-designed layout doesn't just save space. It creates a flow that feels natural and spacious, even in a compact area. It's like solving a puzzle where every piece locks into place perfectly. Now let's talk plants, because they're the heart of any garden, minimalist or not. For tiny homes, multifunctional plants are your best friends. Think herbs like basil or rosemary that you can pluck for dinner, or dwarf fruit trees that offer both shade and snacks. These choices do double duty, giving you beauty and utility without taking up extra room. You're not just decorating, you're creating a living, breathing part of your home. It's a smart way to keep things simple while still enjoying what a garden can offer. Paths are another key piece of the minimalist puzzle, and gravel or stone is a fantastic option. They're low maintenance, no mowing or trimming required, and they add a crisp, clean look to your space. Picture a winding trail of smooth pebbles leading to a cozy bench or your front door. It's subtle but guides the eye, making the garden feel organized without much effort. Plus, they're affordable and easy to install, which is a bonus for anyone working with a tiny footprint. Functionality meets style in the simplest way possible. Color matters more than you might think in a minimalist garden, and neutral tones are the way to go. Shades like soft grays, whites, or earthy browns keep things calm and cohesive. Bright pops of color can feel chaotic in a small space, but neutrals let the textures and shapes of your plants and materials shine. Imagine a stone path paired with green herbs and a wooden bench, all blending seamlessly. It's soothing to the eye and enhances that minimalist vibe, making your tiny garden feel like an extension of your home's peaceful interior. Sustainability is a big win with native plants, and they're perfect for a minimalist approach. These are the species that naturally thrive in your area, so they need less water, fewer fertilizers, and almost no fuss. For a tiny home garden, this means less work and more enjoyment. Picture local wildflowers or grasses swaying in the breeze. Simple, beautiful, and effortless. They root your design in the environment, tying your small outdoor space to the world around it. It's practical elegance at its best, with nature doing most of the heavy lifting. Lighting can make or break a tiny garden's vibe, and in minimalist design, simple is better. Think a few well-placed solar lights along a path or a soft glow near a seating area. You don't need anything flashy, just enough to highlight key features and create ambience after dark. Strategic placement keeps it functional without cluttering the space. Imagine sitting outside at night, the garden softly lit, feeling cozy yet open. It's a small touch that elevates the whole experience, proving that less can absolutely be more. A minimalist garden isn't just a random collection of plants, it's a reflection of intentional choices. Every pot, every stone, Every blade of grass is there for a reason. For tiny homes, this mindset is crucial because there's no room for waste. You're designing with purpose. A bench that doubles as storage, a plant that feeds you, a layout that flows. It's almost meditative, this process of deciding what stays and what goes. The result? A space that feels personal, practical, and perfectly suited to your tiny lifestyle. Materials play a huge role in tying everything together, and natural options like wood or stone are minimalist staples. They bring warmth and texture without overpowering the design. Picture a wooden trellis with climbing vines or a stone-edged herb bed, rugged yet refined. These elements age gracefully, blending into the garden over time. For a tiny home, they also connect the indoors and outdoors, making the transition feel seamless. It's about honoring simplicity while letting nature's beauty speak for itself in your compact oasis. Harmony between your tiny home and its garden is a game changer. A minimalist design bridges that gap effortlessly. Think of your outdoor space as an extension of your living room. Clean lines, neutral tones, and no clutter. Maybe a sliding door opens to a small patio with potted plants mirroring your indoor style. This flow makes your home feel bigger and more cohesive. It's not just a garden, it's part of your sanctuary, amplifying the calm and simplicity you've already built inside those tiny walls. Plants that demand little attention are a tiny homeowner's dream, and low-maintenance options fit the minimalist bill perfectly. Succulents, ornamental grasses, or hardy perennials thrive with minimal care, leaving you more time to enjoy your space. Imagine a row of small pots with plump succulents or a patch of lavender buzzing with bees, beauty without the burden. In a compact garden, this freedom from upkeep keeps things stress-free and functional. It's about working smarter, not harder, to maintain that serene, uncluttered look you're aiming for. Texture often gets overlooked, but in a minimalist garden, it's a quiet star. With fewer elements, the feel of materials stands out. Smooth pebbles, rough bark, soft leaves. You don't need a ton of decoration when you've got contrast like that. Picture a sleek stone path next to feathery grasses or a wooden bench against a gravel bed. For a tiny home, this focus keeps the design rich without overcrowding. It's a subtle way to add depth, proving that simplicity doesn't mean boring, it means refined. Every single piece in your garden should earn its spot, and that's the minimalist mantra. A random statue or extra chair. Out. A pot that grows herbs or a trellis that supports vines. In. For tiny homes, this rule is non-negotiable. Space is too precious for anything frivolous. Think of it like editing a story. Cut the fluff, keep the heart. What's left is a garden that's purposeful and polished, enhancing your home without overwhelming it. It's a disciplined approach that pays off in tranquility and utility. Even with all this simplicity, a minimalist garden can still feel lush and welcoming. It's not about barren emptiness, it's about curated abundance. Picture a small bed of native plants, a stone path, and a single bench under a dwarf tree. The space breathes, yet it's full of life. For tiny homes, this balance is key. Enough greenery to soften the edges, but never so much that it feels chaotic. It's proof that thoughtful design can turn a tiny plot into a cozy, inviting retreat without breaking the minimalist code. And finally, that less is more philosophy ties it all together. A minimalist garden isn't about what you add, it's about what you leave out. For tiny homes, this creates a peaceful retreat that doesn't demand constant attention. Imagine stepping outside to a space that feels airy, intentional, and calm, a counterpoint to the busyness of life. It's not empty, it's refined. By keeping things sparse yet meaningful, you craft a garden that's both a sanctuary and a statement, perfectly suited to the tiny home way of living.
Thanks for watching Interior Blueprint. We hope this video inspired your journey into modern minimalism. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and share your ideas in the comments. Subscribe for more design tips, and we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, happy designing